Hey everyone, time for another figurine update. This time it's going to be the Nendoroid Rapunzel from Disney's Tangled. I've covered Nendoroids in the past, which have been a couple of the Pokemon ones, and I think that's mainly it. But Nendoroid is a massive line. There's tons and tons of anime characters in that figure line, so you must have seen them at some point in time. But now they've got the Disney licenses also. They've been doing some Disney princesses. Belle came out first. Now we've got Rapunzel. Ariel is in the lineup. And hopefully there'll be more. So from first impressions, as you'd expect, it's very adorable. It's super cute. And then Disney fans and Tangled fans should really be delighted with the way this has turned out. So I'm going to go through everything that the figure comes with. The optional parts, and then anything else that needs to be kind of talked about. So let's go through the parts first. I've already kind of swapped bits and pieces out, attached a frying pan to her arms and to her hands as well. But let's just go with the loose pieces first and go take it from there. So first up with the two extra heads that she gets. She gets two different expressions, three in total, one that she's already got on her. So you get a surprise one, which is like so. The paint and quality and detail and just general expressions shown in these faces is nice. It's a matte finish, not a gloss type. So that's the surprise one. And then the open mouth smiling one, which is also really cute. I mean, they're all going to be quite cute, aren't they? So that's the two faces, that extra faces that she comes with, and they also have numbers on the top. So number 1, 3, and then number 2 is what's already on her. So I'll put those to the side. I'll show you how to swap those momentarily. And then with the arms, she comes with a lot of different hand pieces. It was slightly overwhelming at first, just because it was, they're really tiny. It's a really tiny figurine, Nendoroids. So yeah, it can kind of be a bit too much at times, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So going through the left, let's just take it from here. So this one is this is the thumbs up one. It's not really a thumbs up one, but this actually holds the paint thing. I forgot the name of this, forgive me for that, but this just kind of goes into the thumb like so, and then she can hold on to it, and then you would have to actually put this into her shoulder, which comes separately. So the one on her is actually a different shoulder piece versus this one. So this is also a left hand, so this shoulder piece would come off and go onto there. I'll show you how to do that because there's quite a few parts. It will take a bit of time, so I'll put that to the side for now. And then additionally, so I've just kind of gone through the shoulder bit, so both her left and right shoulder can come off, and then you attach some, not all of them, but some of the other arms to them. So this one is just an open hand, just waving. So that's the other one. This one is, I kind of can't remember. Maybe it's for the paintbrush, even though she's holding it in the other hand. I actually forgot. I think you can just hold the frying pan in this hand as well. So that's another left hand for that. I think there's actually a proper use for it, but it's escaped me for the time being. And this one is a nice, cute, dainty hand. You get a left and a right for this one. I think I'll attach it, and then it kind of makes more sense. So put those to the side, and then cover off the rest of the right hand. So similarly for the left and the right, you get the shoulder piece. This one is different from the one that's already on her. And then this hand already comes attached with the paintbrush. So that makes for a nice, different kind of setup, should you choose to use it. And then for the right hand, you also get the wave. And then, of course, last but not least, the dainty hand on the right side as well. So on her, what I've already put on, you also get Pascal. You cannot forget Pascal. He can rest on the side like I've just done, or he can actually rest on top of her head, which actually I've put the crown on. The crown simply rests on the head. There is no peg or anything like that, or any magnet or anything. It just simply rests on top of her hair like so. And in its position, you can put Pascal as an option. And that's super cute. Pascal is just pretty much, well, solid green. He's not in one big mold. His legs are pretty much done separately and then kind of put on. He looks good. Again, a matte finish, no gloss on him. It would have been nice actually if he had like a tongue extension alternate face, but no big deal. It's still fine as it is. And then the crown, I'll give you a closer look at the crown or tiara, whatever you want to call it. So the gemstones are plastic, if only they were real, right? And then the red paint and gold paint. And on the reverse side, so that's just the bottom of it, how it rests on her hair. So that's that. And then of course she comes with the frying pan, the signature frying pan. This is just plain black. Just kind of censor her face. Yeah, so plain black, no real wear and tear kind of paint effect on it whatsoever. A pristine pan for a princess. And then also she comes with a lantern. I'll just take it off the stand. So it comes with a separate stand as well. I actually didn't realize that at first. I was kind of like, how does this go? Because I thought it was for something else. I thought it was like an alternate to use for the figure, but turns out it's actually for the lantern. So the lantern it's sturdy, it's nice, it's not paper lantern or anything like that. It's solid plastic with the sun emblem on there. Or if it's a flower one, oops, forgive me for that. Let me reach that. Show you guys again. So yeah, here we go, the sun emblem. And then it's just got a hole in there for the stand to kind of peg into it. So that's an easy one. I'll just take it off and kind of show you that quickly. So this is a thin stand, suitable. It does the job for the lantern. You just force it in like so, and then you put it into the base like any other Nendoroid base, and then it works pretty much. I guess if you are a modder or a customizer, you can probably add like a small LED and it will probably be super nice. I'm just dropping things all over the place. But that said, it did show me the one piece that I forgot to mention. It's not a big piece, it's just a replacement neck piece. So once you take off the head, this is just a neck joint. I don't really know why they give an extra one, because you're not really moving that too much versus chopping out the hands and such. But it's nice that they give it anyway. It's always thoughtful and good practice to have a spare part. So then, onto the figurine itself. So it comes with a base. Most or all Nendoroids that I've had have always come with a base. If it doesn't come with a base, then, well, I would question it first, because I think almost every Nendoroid does come with a base. It's just a Figma GSC thing that they give bases with their figures. So this is the base that comes with Rapunzel. So it's a pretty standard base. I think it's just what they use for most of the newer Nendoroid figures. The previous base, sometimes you get a custom base for the figure, like it'll be patterned for that particular figure that they're doing for whatever reason. I think Sengoku Basara, which I have on the side somewhere, he had a separate base. Anyway, so this is just a normal base. You can take off the stand and then plug it into whichever hole that needs to work for your liking, and then just reposition it like so. So that covers the stand and all the optional parts. This is actually a flower piece that comes on her hair. I had to remove it because the stand goes into this little hole in the back of her hair. Without the stand, you just push this back in, and then that kind of nicely tidies things up. So this is the figure itself. It's super adorable. I think most can agree to that. It's infinitely better than the creepy Funko Pop vinyls, which, if you like them, opinions and all, but I really don't like Funko Pop vinyls. Nendoroids are super nice. They're well built. They're just much more attention and care to each IP, I find. So that's why I like Nendoroids. And as you can see, look, the detail is all right here. She looks adorable. You'd recognize her instantly as being Rapunzel, just in some chibi form. The hair is nicely decorated. It's nicely painted. Nice golden colors, dark golden colors where it needs to be. And then all the flower pattern additions that gets added on as well. It is slightly articulated around here. You can actually plug it into 3 different areas of the underside. So you can go into the left, right and center. I've put it, well, let's put it on the right one for now, so you can reposition it slightly. So if you don't want to use the stand, you can kind of use actually the bottom of her hair as a balancing tool if you wanted to. It's a bit awkward to do it, so I'm not going to try and attempt it right now, but it can be done. And then also at the bottom, at the tail end of the hair, this last piece can be swiveled all the way around. It's got the smiley face joint on there as well. I guess you could technically maybe use that joint. I've not pulled it apart, so I don't know if it fits or not, but consider it if you needed to. And I guess, yeah, because she's got a hole on the back of her, hopefully you can see that right there. You can also put the stand, plug the stand in there if you needed to. That's also one thing I should kind of comment. It can be a bit loose sometimes depending on where you do it. The hair, as you might expect, is a little bit heavy. It's a big chunk of plastic, so it makes sense. But on the middle one, it's actually been okay. So right now, it's fine. I think I just didn't put it on too tight in the past. But yeah, she looks good. The face, this is the face number 2, which is also nice. It's just a closed smile, cheeky kind of smile. And she's looking off to the side a little bit. And then her dress is nice purple violet colors and light pinks as well. And then the underside, she's wearing her underoos and her legs, no shoes, which you'd expect as well, as you'd expect. So taking off the head, I'll start with that first. Oh, by the way, small articulation here, there, not too much. You know, it's an Nendoroid. You don't really kind of pose them much apart from using optional parts. So changing the head is very simple. You just pull off the front of her hair like so. This is number 2, like I said, and then take the face off like that, and then we'll pick the surprise expression. So here's the surprise one, and you just line it up. Line it up properly, and that's what I just did. So yeah, once it's lined up, put it back in, add the hair, and boom. That's how easy face swapping is. Simple as that. So again, it's a cute face. This one was number, that was 1, 2, this is number 3. Number 3, yes. So that's how easy it is to face swap. In terms of the arms, so this one was the frying pan arm. This one is one single piece. The hands, you can change the hands actually, I lie. But the arm and the shoulder is one simple piece. I'll swap it to the other one. So this is another right hand. There we go. And that's an easy swap. To swap the hand, you just pull off the hand, and I'll attach the dainty hand. And you just plug it in. So if you've seen my other videos, you know, whether it's Figma or Nendoroid or SH Figuarts, it's largely the same principle. It's just on a much smaller scale because Nendoroids are always smaller. So that's just a swap of that. Similarly, you can do the same thing for the right hand side. I'll swap that one for the paintbrush, which won't make much sense. Paintbrush is a different shoulder change, so you just want to take the shoulder off as well. The shoulders are lettered, so you know which one is on which. It's hard to see a little bit, you know, all the time, but I'll just try and show you. So for example, this one is the right shoulder, and there you go. Where my thumb is, it has an R etched to it. The left ones are easier to identify, the L itself, so you pretty much know because it's a squiggly line. It doesn't really look like an R. That's the right shoulder. So yeah, I'll put that aside and put in the paintbrush hand. And there we go, that's the paintbrush. Obviously you want to use the actual paint palette here with this paintbrush, but do what you want. You get so many options, just do what you want, be creative. And that's really all there is to Rapunzel. There's not a lot. You can move her legs as well if you want to. It does help a little bit depending on what kind of position you want and whether you want to use the stand or not. If you do use, you know, the stand, or don't want to use the stand, sorry, then yeah, sometimes positioning the legs alongside the hair helps get her stand upright. So at the moment, because it's on the center peg, it means the hair is longer than she is, so she's just gonna fall down. But Nendoroids are, you know, not the easiest, not the most stable things without a stand anyway. And I think most people, when they get it, they accept that. And that's why it's good that Good Smile Company always give you the stand. And that's what I'd like everyone to start doing. Just give me a stand. But yeah, so this is Rapunzel. And this is really, really nice figurine. I think Disney fans and Tangled fans are in for a treat. If you are a really, really massive Tangled fan, then I definitely recommend it. Tangled is one of my favorite Disney movies, so that's why I decided to get this Rapunzel. I didn't get Belle or Ariel. I was really tempted. I am still tempted to get them, but I'm gonna hold out and see what else they come out with. I actually do have Elsa a long time ago, but I didn't do an unboxing or anything like I have done, for figurines recently. And I'm holding out for Jasmine now, and Mulan as well, and then maybe Tiana as well. So maybe those three are the next three Disney ones I get. But these things are a slippery slope. Once you start on one, you pretty much have to get them all, right? So be careful of that. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're now more well informed of the Nendoroid figure. It's, like I said, my opinion. Opinions are always individual, but this is much better than the Funko Pop. Like, come on, guys! Like, Funko Pop, Nendoroid. Yeah, I go with the Nendoroid anytime. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you do manage to get yourself one. By the way, you can actually get them from CD Japan. You can also try Amazon.com if you're in the US, but it will cost you a lot more. You can try Amazon.co.uk if you're in the UK like me, but you are going to get ripped off and end up paying like £60 for it, which you don't want to do. You can get it far cheaper. You can try other import sites like, who did I use? I don't know. I use CD Japan, but I got charged customs, so that actually kind of stung a lot. But keep an eye on out there. You can probably get this quite easily. It's not a limited edition by any means, and Good Smile Company always end up reissuing things in time if it's sold out. But like I said, check Amazon as well. Amazon.com always do flash deals as well, and you can grab a bargain at times. So good luck, enjoy, and thank you for watching.